Down, get down. Ready, man?
Hey man, I'm enjoying that I'm gonna be, baby.
Hey, you know, some of these parts we left in there to make everybody comfortable, so it's cool. But once you hear this, you know it's time to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the Dreadhead Monster, Coalition of Culture proudly presents. I'm gonna have to find a better name, but I'm gonna go ahead with the introduction. My boy, Mr. Society, he gets something better than y'all. This my real life friend. Like from growing up together, damn near living around the corner together, going to high school together.
Getting suspended together.
Watching him go into this South Chicago days. I started to you know, I'm gonna go find that picture. Myke, what's going on?
I can't complain, man. I just appreciate you bringing me on the show.
How you feeling good, dog?
Long time coming.
Long time
coming. I feel good though. Once I get the cigar in my system, drink some more of this yak, can't complain.
Well, let's start at the beginning. We knew each other, humble beginnings for both. Proud of both of us, you know, sitting here. You want to start from school, or you just want to start from maybe the credit? I mean, you done some incredible things, man. So it's wherever you want to go from.
Sure, I have to guess, man. Where you want to start? What you want to know? We can start from school. We can start from when I got kicked out of CBS. So after that,
I think we all got kicked out. You know what? Look where we are now.
But now, you know something I do take pride in, though, bro, is a lot of people think at the level I'm at that I got a college degree. No college degree. I went to 6 different schools just to get a school check. And I was going. Once that check cleared, I was out of class. So I think I want to start, like, from that time just to show people that I'm a high school dropout. I got a GED. I'm a convicted felon. Just to show people that your background don't determine your future. Like, I talk to a lot of people, they feel like, oh, I ain't graduate high school, or I ain't go to college, or I ain't do this, I ain't do that you can't be successful. That you gotta go work for somebody else because you didn't feel like you didn't do what America told you had to do.
What you tried.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll go right into the leaving school. Well, you know what? Let's start. We had a job, and where we decided that, you know, working for somebody else probably wasn't it.
So I think my whole life I maybe had like 5 jobs. The 2 most funny is I used to work for Ultra, the grocery store on Torrance in Lansing. I don't think I worked long enough to get a check. That's how in and out I was, though. That's how in and out I was. You know, my mindset back then, I was so like hood set mindset. So it was always that quick money. You know, that why be here for 8 hours and make $8 an hour when I could be somewhere else for 8 hours and make $500 an hour. That fucked me up when it came to a lot of jobs and working in your everyday work life, workforce. I did Marshalls, Ford City. I was in that boy for 2 days. The second day, they're like, yeah, you gotta match up all the shoes. Like, nah, I'm going. I ain't no Al Bundy, I ain't matching up with shoes, I ain't helping with no shoes, I was going. Home Depot was one of my better jobs I enjoyed because they gave me the freedom to do what the fuck I wanted to do. Work at nighttime, have my headphones on, I was on the forklift all night. But at the same time, I looked at a lot of people as my co-workers that I was maybe 28, 29 at Home Depot. My co-workers was 45, 40, and it was like, I used to have nightmares about seeing myself in their shoes. No disrespect to them, but I knew I never wanted that life. So I jumped around from a lot of little different little bullshit jobs. And so I was like, I was just like, man, I got an opportunity to go out of the state to do some illegal shit. And I took the opportunity. And my dumb ass, I quit a job to go out of state, do some illegal shit, got locked up out of state. Caught my first felony and did some time, bonded out, copped out for 10 years probation. But it was so crazy though that my mindset was still not doing the job, but it was like I can't do shit that's gonna get me locked up again too. So then I jumped around. I went to all fucking remember the stuff you used to sell kitchen stuff? Like go to the the knives, the fucking pots and pans. I went to the vacuum shit. Like it was just crazy because I knew. First off, I'm lazy. Like when it comes to me, I'm lazy I'm an entrepreneur. Physically, I'm lazy. Mentally, I'm not. I tell people all the time. So when it comes to getting up and doing this on that person's time, I want to get up on my own time.
Understandable. This isn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I did all that stuff and it was just like, man, this shit ain't working. So I remember, I'll never forget. I'm on 78 for Cornell. The police just rolled past. I'm sitting in the hallway of the building, smoking a cigar. I'm on Facebook, like, man, I gotta figure out something. This shit big. My boy Anthony Jackson page came across my Facebook page. He was standing in front of it. It was like the Audi A7 at the time. Like, oh, that's a slick ass guy. He was talking about joining the credit page. That clicked with me instantly. Like, you know what? I can point to 20 people on this block with me right now that we can stop pushing in crackhead names, girl names, and get their credit fixed and do that. So I'm like, I'm going to go to a webinar. Well, not a webinar. It was actually a PBR at the time. We actually went there and sat and I watched the stuff. So once again, my mindset, I'm always 3-4 steps ahead. So as I'm sitting there in my phone, I'm writing down names of people I can call. Like, man, look, let me help you get your credit fixed. All the names, motherfuckers laughed at me. Everybody I called on that list gonna laugh at me. Like, bro, you don't know shit about credit. You from OVEs. You ain't graduating high school. Like,
crack this month.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Like, bro, you trying to crack. It was so dumb. Like, you trying to crack my credit. Like, how the fuck I'm cracking your credit? It was so crazy, but I stuck with it though. Like, and this when I learned the power of social media. On social media, I was able to improve my image. I was able to recreate myself, rebrand myself as the credit guy. So I'm getting into it, bro. Once that first check cleared, it was over. I mean, it changed my life in ways I never thought. Like, we always learned to go to school, go to college, get a good job, work till we die, retire. I never wanted that lifestyle. Like, I never wanted to be just stuck in that once. You can tell me I got to work a job for 30 plus years. Now I got to retire when I'm 60, and on average, I got another 20 years to live.
Yeah,
if that. If that. So I never wanted that. So the credit gave me the freedom.
Maybe take off the gym shoes with the suit too.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we come a long way.
Hey, the first photo shoot had the blue shirt on, the black jacket, black pants, and blue foams. Like, man, but what's crazy, I used to show up to people like that though. But once I started talking, my outfit didn't mean shit.
No.
Once I started kicking knowledge, I remember sitting downtown in Fifth Third with the branch manager. I talked to him for 5 minutes and say, bro, you know what? All my credit clients come to you. Like, so once I was able to open my mouth and actually speak about what I know, it changed. But then as I started to grow to different levels, my outfits changed. Started getting a little tailor, cuts, new school where your ankle show when you sit down and stuff like that. But it was a blessing though. Like, that's the first.
I'm still laughing because that was one of my first calls that I made.
But that was the first time I felt like, man, that I actually feel like I was doing something that was worth my time.
I know we jumping around a little bit. How did we end up here?
Well, first I went to Society Cigar Lounge, definitely. This was another one thing, bro. I was sitting in the Cigar Lounge Tesla on Lake Street. Sitting there smoking, drinking. And I'm telling my boy Trell, like, bro, I can do this shit. He's like, what you mean? Like, bro, I can open up a lounge. I'm like, but I want to open up a lounge that's for our age group. Like, a lot of lounge for the older age group, which nothing wrong with it, but I wanted to bring that nightclub feel and that cigar vibe together. Where you can come out, dance, have a good time, listen to music, but you ain't spending fucking $400-$500 on a bottle. You ain't spending all this money to park and get in. Like, my lounge is 2 cigars to get in. Your average smoker may spend $25 on 2 cigars, depending on what they smoke. So I was sitting there, and I'm like, man, I can do this. And even me, I doubted myself at that time, though. Like, this was maybe 6 years ago, sitting there saying I can do this. So That's where this came in handy.
I made sure you bought his book.
Yeah, that's where this came in handy. Like, this is a book from the day I started thinking I could do a cigar lounge to the day I opened. Everything I wrote in this book. Like, if I'm out in the lounge and there's something I don't like, I wrote it in the book. If I'm out in the lounge and I know the stuff I like, I wrote it in the book. Like, I wrote it in my notes and went home and put it in my book. When it comes from, I done took fucking HVAC classes, I done smoked cigars I don't like, I done elevated, I done smoked a little bit, every type of cigar, I done flew out of state to go to different lounges just to see, to experience. So when I tell people, they feel like, oh, you just popped up in the scene. No, I've been smoking behind the scenes for a while in lounges. I was the type coming that boy, headphones on, my hood on, my drink, and I'm in the lounge smoking. I'm just talking about it. Yeah, just I'm chill. But I did a lot of behind the scene work. Like I tell people, I did this for 3 years, bro, before I even found the location. I studied it. I watched other lounges. I talked to people. Shout out to my boy Mario Stokey Life, my mentor when it comes to cigar lounge. I reached out to a lot of different people, and motherfuckers laughed in my face. Oh man, you know, or they try to talk me out of it, which I thought was some bullshit, but now I know that they talked me out of it because they feel like I was going to get a threat.
Now wait a minute, let's stop there because even with me doing this so long, the challenge that I have came up with is there is no mentor. That's why I'm so giving with, wanting to help people if they do want to start a podcast or something like that. I remember asking a lot of this question. So I'm going to send it to you too. How important is it to have a mentor in the business that you are in?
So not even in the business that I'm in any business. A mentor is, first off, people think you just, I'm letting my homie be my mentor because he did this for a while. No. A mentor is somebody that's traveled the road you want to travel and they've been successful with it. That's why I look at it as a mentor. So it's very important because as a mentor, I can go down this road, I may see shit to the left that looks amazing, but my mentor will tell me, hey, I did that already. It ain't as good as it looks. Don't go that way. A mentor is going to guide you because a lot of people don't understand a business, a brick and mortar business is fucking a lot of money. So a mentor is going to guide you where you won't take that L's with making that money and stuff like that. So a mentor is dope to have, especially if they've been down the road. If you're looking at your mentor and won't trade shoes with him, don't let that be your fucking mentor. Your mentor is somebody that you look at and say, hey, that's who the fuck I want to be. This is the goals I want to accomplish in the business. And then too, like my mentor gave me a lot of knowledge, and I spent all that shit in my own way. Like you don't have to listen to ABC what your mentor tell you. It's your business. It's your dream. Listen to the right stuff he telling you, she telling you, and put your own spin on it. So at the end of the day, when you open your doors, whatever you're doing, it's not your mentor, it's you. It's your personality in the business. It's your mindset in the business. Just let your mentor guide you so you won't make them mistakes. You won't get them doors shut in your face. You won't be wasting your time. And damn sure you won't be wasting your money.
Well, you kind of spoke on this earlier. What's some of the issues that you faced as a young entrepreneur?
Age. That's the first thing. I just made 35 a month ago. So a lot of people be like, oh, this guy too young for them to believe in. Like, this guy too young for me to listen to. Like, that was some of the mistakes. Shit. Being hard-headed. Like, so, it's a saying that we can be stuck in our ways so long that we don't move or have that shit go. Like, just didn't think you know everything. So that was some of the challenges I came across. I had to get out my own way. I had to actually listen to people, take advice, and pay attention to stuff like that. And shit, just reaching other people. That was the most difficult thing. Because I know, like me and you grew up, I can talk to hood niggas all day long. No ifs and buts about it. But when it comes to time to take out that mentality and talk to the upper class people, take out that mindset and talk to the banks for loans and stuff like that. That was like the biggest thing that was like hard for me because I was so stuck in being a street nigga. I was so stuck in wanting to be a hood nigga. That was glamorous for us growing up. We didn't see no fucking doctors, and the biggest athlete I see growing up was Paul McPherson. That's what people we look at. Like it wasn't like
shout out to Paul.
Definitely. Like we didn't have role models like we saw our parents, other kids' parents that work jobs and come on. But I knew I never wanted to do that shit. So, but like, it
Even
was just
this different. I was bugging English one day. She was we were talking. She said, "So what do you want out of this? Not even biting dirt, but who do you go to for your media attention? Who do you go to, your sports? Like, what's your go-to Chicago person?
What you mean, like to talk to or
Just to listen.
My go-to Chicago person to listen to?
Besides me.
Definitely. Besides you.
I'm supposed to have me on in the barbershop and everything, so,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to support you, bro. Before I even started with this, when you was first shooting, I'm in the shop getting my haircut. Hey, bro, come on, bro. Look, bro, talking about sports. We talk about sports here, put it in there. But somebody I go to, like, just to shoot ideas off of? Or?
No. Listening wise, like we sitting here doing here. The reason why I asked that question, and it's okay for it to stump you. That's why we here. We don't have the voice that I like.
No, we don't. Like, my biggest person that I actually listen to every morning is E.T. That's I'm in the slum, pick me up. Technically, he's from here. He was born here. He moved to Detroit. That's one of my go-to. Fearless Motivation. I just dropped that playlist on my, like, stuff like that. Like, I'm big on, like, motivational music. So I don't have, like, a person that I say from here that I go to. It's just music getting me into the vibe.
Yeah, I'm more of a podcast listener. I'm checking out the competition these days.
Yeah.
It's more of my focus to learn, like you say, some of the things that I can't get from a mentor, I get from other voices and just listening and, maybe studying and things like that. Because honestly, being from Chicago, the hardest thing in some like ventures is to find a mentor. So if you can find somebody who wants to work with you, that is very important. And shout out to your mentor. But as we continue the cigar business, ups and downs. So far, what's been your biggest success?
So, my biggest success with the cigar business is...
And people range it different. So it could be something big, it could be something small, it could be, and I done been here, since the beginning. It could be when, you open up the first side. It could be, where we sitting at now. It could be, today the first day of the podcast.
I got a couple of, like, it definitely was the first day I opened my doors. Like, I opened my doors, you would say New Year's Eve, and me, like, thinking, like, New Year's Eve, there's a lot of different parties, a lot of different stuff going on. That's hard for me to compete with something being freshly open. For New Year's Eve, New Year's boy jam-packed. Like, I got that picture in my crib that I want to blow up of me standing on the couch and everybody around me. Because that's the moment I'm like, damn, I did it. So with that mindset, I kept going. So my next biggest moment is when I started my Thursday night, my ladies' night. Like, bro, we was on that side where it was just 1,200 square feet. And we was in that boy like this, like we was in a real nightclub. But to see how many people supported me from the time that I had maybe 5 cigars in there, I'm still having a jam-packed house. Like, we still having a good time. Live DJ, food, it was dope. The second biggest was, of course, opening this side. Like, I opened this side within my first year. That's unheard of. I went from 1,600 square feet to 4,000 in my first year. Bro, anybody that I talk to business-wise, you don't do that. They tell your first 3 years, play it safe. Don't go too hard because you don't want to lose. Your first 3 years, any technical business is the hardest, and a lot of business don't succeed after the first 3 years. So opening this side was major for me. Like, getting rid of the bakery that was here, doing this side over, making it comfortable, making it look nice, making it feel like more like a big man cave where you sit in your living room instead of like you out somewhere, making people feel comfortable. Put phone chargers in every section. Stuff that you need, ice maker, free water. So that was major for me. The last thing was January 7th this year, celebrate my 2-year anniversary. Like, bro, I did this, I hollered at my boys, Tyrone, like, again, Anthony was my mentor with the credit stuff, my brother Trail, these my brothers, like, blood in, blood out. I said, bro, I'm over this lounge. Worst come to worst, if it don't pop like I want it to pop, Us four just split the bills, and this would be our man cave away from home. Bro, my first 60 days, I was in profit. Like, I literally opened these doors one day and cried. And, like, because I was just so, like, overwhelmed and proud. Because we come from shit, though, bro. We don't have people in our neighborhoods that's opening stuff like this. Everybody's a landlord. That's everybody go to. Everybody's a landlord. Everybody drive trucks. That was the two things. If you left the streets, that you either brought a trucking business or you brought buildings. That's what it was. So it was major for me to see me do something like this when I just had so many people in my ear like, oh, you ain't graduate high school, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't go to college, you ain't gonna be shit. Oh, you don't act like this, you ain't gonna be shit. Oh, when you do a credit, you want to wear gym shoes, you ain't gonna be shit. Like, it was like the founding point, like, hey, fuck you, I made it. And what I take pride on, bro, I did everything out of my pocket. No business loans, no credit cards, no nothing. Everything I did out of my own pocket. When I opened the doors and I made money, I put money back into it. And I did like that. And I did that because I was scared. I didn't want to open a business and do a business loan and put all myself in debt and then the shit collapsed. Because now I'm worse off than what I started. So I took pride in, okay, look, I just made this money. Let me do this now. I just made that. So that's the defining moment is me opening my doors, of course, me expanding to 4,000 square feet within my first year, me celebrating my second year anniversary this year in January. Like, that's major. And I'm steady expanding. Finna do a backyard patio, a front patio. Like, I'm getting invited to host events out of states. I got a cruise coming up. It's just major because I thrive on going harder than I did the day before. I never would have thought that I'm doing a fucking cruise to the Bahamas for cigar stores. I'm going to Arizona next month to do a party. Dallas, Detroit, like, it's just, I saw the world, but I didn't see it as big as it actually is.
Well, you stepped over one of the fucking questions, man.
Which one?
You went too far.
Oh.
You wasn't there in the interview, but you can continue.
I'm done now.
No. It seemed like you had more to go.
I'm gonna take a sip of my drinky here.
I'm not big on it as you are, but throw me out some of your favorite cigars.
Cause they ain't paying me. Just be honest.
You never know.
Just be honest. Until they cut that check.
What are like some of your go-tos that you have here?
So like a lot of people, I actually smoke flavor. I smoke all different types of cigars. I start my day with a flavored cigar. Flavored cigars go good with coffee, stuff like that. I end with a flavored cigar to bring me down. During the day, I may do a Maduro, may do a full body. I'm not so much of a big gauge, which is like a 7x70 on like a big smoke. I like something like this, a Churchill Toro. You know what? There's some black owned brands I do rock with. Boogie Cigars, I carry his stick. Mel, his wife, I carry her sticks. The Breaks, Black Star, some local cigars that's off the chain that I rock with that I carry. So I'm definitely gonna shout out them. They ain't got that. We all come from the same struggle. But all these other big names, I ain't saying it.
So I'm trying to think of like more ways to ask you these certain questions because you know what, this is a good interview for me because I'm not like a real big cigar guy. Like so, this will be teaching people you know who do watch the show you know like little things like what are some things you look for in a good cigar?
That's a good question. First thing I notice is the art where it's rolled, the craftsmanship of it. Like, I look at that. I look at this. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn, drug. Damn, I just drew it. So Hash Road, of course, like the smell, presentation. Presentation is huge. I want something that's. What's not saying I didn't have some cigars that presentation been terrible but been good, but I look for something that people take pride in what they put out there. Like I walk in the humidor, I want to see something that's gonna catch my eye first. Like something like, oh damn, this nice, like maybe a different shape or like there's a lot of ones that come different color leaves and stuff like that. That's hard. So I look for stuff like that. And that's basically it I look for before I smoke it. You know, sometimes I look for a brand that I'm familiar with. Okay, I know this brand. I know they put out good cigars. Cool. So it's like that. But also, I'm the type of smoker where I may go to somewhere and say, "Hey, give me something I can't get back home. Give me something that's only you sell. Give me something new that's new to y'all area. You know, stuff like that." So it's all different stuff you can look for. And then too, like even for new smokers, I tell them, I always ask a new smoker when they walk in, "What you drink? What you eat today?" Because I can pair a cigar with whatever meal you just had, or whatever you like to drink, something that's going to pair nice with you, so you ain't getting that harsh taste, so you're not pushed away. I want to wheel you in. So you smoke a good cigar, you're going to come back. I don't want to give you something hard just to make a sale, and you never come back.
Yeah, you go home.
Yeah, and be like, nah, fuck that, I ain't smoking cigars never again. So yeah.
Messing with my man no more.
You. Like I said, I like to bounce around a lot. Let's get back to you. What you got going on besides the podcast and, well, the brand new podcast that we are putting out probably next week or in the next 2
Yeah, you said. Ain't ish off limits.
We're going to have to get that name right, boy. We were struggling Thursday.
Yeah, nah, we weren't struggling. Like, that's why I had to get it going for people start getting juked. It was a headache, but some things I got going on, personal business wise.
Oh, for you. Where you want to go?
Well, I'm newly engaged. Been engaged for
Congratulations.
thank you since May last year. So basically, right now, what I'm trying to do is like not to put too much work into one world and not the other, because like I can get carried away into the business and be an ex-shit home father, fucking fiance, yeah. So trying to balance out both lives is tough though. Like one thing about owning the business is not no 8-hour days. This shit 24/7. I gotta start learning how to balance out the two. I'm actually in the process of opening another business. I'm not gonna speak on it because I like to work it and work my magic, but I'm definitely looking to venture into different opportunities. I'm a father. Like I just got back from Atlanta. My oldest daughter just made 13. So I took my youngest boy out. I took my son out there. My youngest son stayed out there. So we kicked it out there for her birthday.
I was trying to get you to go get them wings at Magic City, man. They got wings.
Nah, man, I was trying
to.
Everybody's like, man, are you out here, man? Come kick. I'm like, bro, I'm out here with my kids. This trip was strictly for my kids to hang out, us enjoy ourselves, and me to take that mental break I need. Sometimes we need to get away. Business-wise, like I said, I got the cruise coming up. I got multiple events in different states for the rest of the year. I'm working on Indiana Cigar Week, so a week out here for all different black-owned businesses in Indiana to expose them to, you know, what I got going on, my crowd, and vice versa. Besides that, I'm just, I'm focused on, like I said, making tomorrow better than yesterday. So that's my main goal.
Something interesting that you did say earlier that I wanted to go back. Now, I don't want you to, have to shit on nobody club or nothing like that, but how is it when you go to different cities? How do you like, what's some like things that you done saw from maybe other clubs that you maybe jotted down in a notebook or something like that? What's some of your favorite out of city states or cities or states that you can go to that
one of my favorite lounges is Tampa, because I'm big on the culture. Like I'm big on how it started, getting back to the actual roots of everything, getting back to the cigar and not so much the party and lifestyle. But truth be told, bro, it depends on what mood I'm in. So sometimes I get in that mood while, like I told you, when I used to go to Tesla. I come to Tesla, my headphones on, my hood on, my drink, listen to music. Just vibing to myself. But sometimes I want to go in the lounge and talk shit loud, watch some games, enjoy myself. So it depends on what loud. Fellowship, Cam Newton Lounge, dope. Wait, let me rewind. I'm gonna stop. I'm not even gonna get into lounges out of state. I'm gonna get into lounges I go to here that I rock.
Okay, let's go.
Elements in Highland, Indiana. Elements maybe 11 minutes from me. Dope lounge. Fucking old fashioned is amazing. The best old fashioned I had in the Midwest. It's a nice, chill, laid back type of environment. The owners are dope as hell. Cigar selection is dope. It's real chilled and mellow, and I enjoy it because I enjoy smoking cigars, drinking, and now I can go there and not have to be the boss. I ain't get. Come here, can you ask me this? Or like I can actually go enjoy my cigar. Elements is dope. There is on the Cigar Bar in Chicago. That's another dope spot to go to. I enjoy. ELs. I rock with ELs. I go out there. Rest in peace to B was the owner of ELs. ELs real cool spot in Richmond Park. It's a couple of spots. Roasted Leaf out west. Burning Leaf Aurora. I think that's it. I rock with Windy City. 43rd in the city. Windy City is a dope spot. Outside area dope. There are a lot of trends for the city that's amazing. They still going, they black owned as well. Dope spot. Yeah, so locally, yeah, I rather nothing against people out of state. I'm big on giving the flowers locally to people I personally know. I can name a shitload of lounges I done went to the United States. I can't tell you the owner. But the lounges I just named, I can tell you who the owners are, what they doing, what they specialize in. I know them as a person or the people they are. So I'd rather shout out them and local lounges that I rock with instead of naming some shit in fucking Miami that people never may go to.
You said a mouthful when you was just saying it feel good to take a break. How I feel to be a boss?
Truthfully, I should have had it. Like, I tell people all the time, it's worth it though. Like, it's not so much people think once you become an entrepreneur, the 9 to 5 lifestyle is over. It is. It's 9 to 5 is gone. It's fucking 24/7. Yeah, you don't work 9 to 5. You fucking quit a job, work 8 hours a day, you become an entrepreneur, you work 24 hours a day. It's tough. I'm not gonna sit on here, I don't know if you've seen the little TikTok video where dude get on here, get your LLC, then go buy a monkey, then you don't sleep. That shit the dumbest shit. Hey, they try to make this shit look so cool.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to fuck a monkey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, I agree. But it ain't as easy. I'll go buy a monkey, trade it.
Still show if my monkey was sitting there?
Hell yeah. Hey man.
Don't be cool like that.
But no, like a lot of people feel like when you become an entrepreneur that it gets easy. It doesn't. Like the biggest thing I learned with entrepreneur is money management. Saving. You can make fucking $5,000 in 1 week. The next 30 days you make nothing. Like that was what was tough. That was the days I questioned if I'm really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it's crazy because I was just talking to my fiance Simone about this, that I recently just started looking at the cup as half full instead of half empty. Like it took for me to be like, damn, okay, these days I used to make this amount of money, but now it dropped down to this. But not thinking that a lot of businesses still kill for what the fuck man it dropped down to. So I had to turn around like, okay, it dropped down to this, but it's still better than nothing, or it's still better than this. So I had to like change my mindset about a lot of shit. Because, excuse me, once again, that even with the business, when I first opened, I was juking. And that fast money and that shit kind of got me back into that old mindset. So like, the main thing I want to tell people is though, like, don't give up. Like, that's the biggest thing though. You're going to have these fucked up days. You're going to have fucked up months. You're going to have times when like every fucking thing that can go wrong, then went wrong, plus 10 more things that you couldn't even fucking think of. I remember times I came to this boy, the toilet overflowing, I don't know what the fuck going on. I got fucking the heat not working. Like, it's a lot of shit that comes about that try to deter you and get you off that road to greatness. Like, it's a lot of things, especially being a black person, a black man alone, bro, that's, you know, our mindset is different. Like, me, I was a fighter. That's my mindset. The first thing in my mind when I feel disrespected or I feel anything was to fight. You gotta get out of that. Bro, I had so many motherfuckers come in here and be talking shit or running their mouth. But my biggest thing is you paid to get in here. I'm happy. You can sit in this boy and talk bad about me. You paid to get in here. Thank you. So that was my biggest thing. Like I said, getting out my own way, getting out that mindset. Yeah, take a different outlet, getting out my own way, and getting out that street mentality mindset. But like, the shit is not easy, but it's worth it. The shit is not. You may have 2 easy days every 6 fucking months, but them 2 easy days may compare to 5 easy years you work the job. Like, I enjoy being able to call my kids any hour of the day. I enjoy being able to catch a fight to go see my daughter and my son in Atlanta. I enjoy going to pick my son up from school or going to sit in his classroom and do his work with him on subjects he's having a hard time. Working a job, I can't do that. I enjoy saying, fuck, I just woke up. I don't feel like being bothered. I'm not going to go to the lounge. I'm going to have one of my employees work the lounge. I enjoy that. Like, I enjoy, like, calling, talking shit with you, bro. What you got going on? What we doing? Like, I enjoy being able to have my own time freedom to live my life. Because we, as entrepreneurs, we get so stuck into making money that we became entrepreneurs to live life on our own terms. Like, now you chasing that dollar, and you still got that work mindset because all you're doing is chasing dollar. You're not enjoying life. So I enjoy what I can be able to say, bro, I remember I got my passport on a Monday. That Friday, me and my fiance was in Mexico. Working a job one day, do that. I enjoy living on my own terms, doing what the hell I want to do when I want to. I woke up this morning like, damn, I got to do this podcast. I'm nervous as hell. You know what I did? Took a shot. You know what? Let me take another one. I was 4 shots in by 10:30 this morning. All right, now I feel better. Like, I enjoy just being able to do what the hell I want to do when I want to do it. So that's the biggest thing about being an entrepreneur. Like, you got to figure out your why. Because let's believe this shit is going to test every part of you. Your spirit, your soul, your religion, your relationship, every fucking thing. Fatherhood, everything is going to be tested. And you got to realize why you're doing this shit, bro. Like I told you, when I listen to my motivational music anymore. Like, you got to understand, like, it's a big thing. Like me, bro, but I can sit in my lounge some nights in my pack and just look around and fucking feel amazing. All these people I have in here that support me. The people I had to pay memberships to be here. Like, bro, this is the type of shit that I would have never expected, and I'm blessed. Like, I enjoy, I can literally say, if nobody walked in my door every day, my lounge will stay open as long as I can keep it open, because I enjoy sitting back, smoking a cigar, having a drink, and watching TV. So even when people hear this more better, because I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm not chasing a dollar. The first time, like, yeah, when I first opened, like, I need to make money. But when I start to love what I do, it's a bad day, but I had 2 good days last week. So now I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy what I do with the people I do it with. That's another blessing. I got people in the smoke world that it turned to fucking family. Like, it is dope though, because I got people in the smoke world that call me probably more than my mama do. No disrespect to my mama, but I'm just saying, like, it's a family. Yeah, and it's cool. Yeah, and it's dope though, bro. And that's amazing. So, as I was like I said, bro, if I can tell anything, just stay focused. Cut out the bullshit. You know, don't look at the cup as half full instead of half empty. You know, see what you're doing, and always try to be better than yesterday. Don't think this shit easy, because it's not.
All right, on the wrap up, look. He a long time 100 sports watcher, and we'll never give him this chance. So right now, top 3 sports moments.
LeBron James, #1 in scoring, definitely. LeBron James, D-Wade doing that ooh. LeBron James winning the ring for Cleveland. I don't give a fuck nobody say. That's my top 3 sports moments.
I did not set this up.
Nobody say.
I set this up, but I agree with all his answers. They're not my answers, but I agree with his answers. Hey, as always, we appreciate y'all for chiming in, and we appreciate Myke for taking his time. Society Lounge is big with 100 Sports. We did our first live show. We got some more things, possibly coming, our way soon. So, as always, we appreciate Myke. We appreciate y'all. And you got anything else for the people before we get out of here?
Man, just stay blessed, man. Keep your head up. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on in Chicago. Stay out the way. And get this money. That's all I can say. Figure out what you're good at, then figure out how to get paid for it.
Alright, y'all. We appreciate you. It is out of Dreadhead Monster.
Myke Jones, aka Mr. Society.
Hey, and we gonna get with y'all, and we got the Ain't-ish Off Limits podcast.
You fucked it up.
Showing. I gotta get mad.
Boy,
I gotta get mad.
The hardest name for people to say on Thursday. Like that shit was. I just walked off like, yeah, bro. Yeah,
Hey.